More event modeling. Just showing all this stuff to some people in that we met in Europe. So they're learning through all this. Yeah, as yesterday we kind of finished up a bit of the changing of the styles here, which is going to make it a lot easier to view different parts of the event model. So we can see if there's bugs and issues on here. And then here we can have some stuff that's all about progress. But if you turn both of these off, you can just look at the model by itself. Again, thanks to Manuel Ortega for doing all this. And so I think today we'll spend making sure we have some of these other things here. So one of the things that we have in our little backlog is this idea that we have some tokens and voting sessions and things that are not event modeled yet. As well, we still don't have some screens for where do we have it here? Voting for topics. So, if we have some topics that are in here, a person should be able to go. And the other thing is we don't have a menu as well across all of these things. So, let's just create a menu that we can put across all of these things. And oh, I put on the wrong thing here. I always gotta worry about where things are going. So here, let's have us a menu that's gonna have admin, and of course we have the wrong color. So the text is going to be black, and I'm guessing we have setup, which should take us to the first one there. The first screen that we have is on admin one. And then we can take a look at our sessions. So we can have our session organizer. And then, so how do we want to do this? Okay, so the organizer should see the sessions and they can organize them there. And I think that's about it. What other things do we have? Okay, we kind of have to have, I'm not sure if we have to have a place in time when the event starts, at least for the admins. The admins should be able to change stuff anytime they want. But definitely the menu will look different for the participants. Sorry, it's the other way around. So that's admins, this is participants. So participants won't see setup. They won't see setup. They will see suggestions or suggest. And then they will see, that's interesting. So maybe we'll just call it sessions. So because both participants and organizers can suggest topics, that's fine. And then we have, what do we have here? We have the sessions for suggesting stuff. So these are the current sessions, suggest another. And then we definitely will want to go to the schedule. I'm not sure if we should have voting in here as well in the current sessions. Kind of want a separate screen for voting. So I think both will have voting. And then later we'll restrict when these things are available. Because both have voting, but only the organizers have arranging the sessions, so scheduling. Okay. Now we're going to have a little bit of authorization here played out, and I kind of want to do it custom. I know people say it's hard to roll your own or whatever, but let's think this through. So we can kind of rewind a little bit back here and say that, okay, before any of this happens, we may have URL generation for actually finding this particular session. So what we want to do is make sure that when this is shared at the open spaces, that the people that are taking the QR code and starting to suggest topics at this point here, that they're using up tokens. So I think I had this here. So tokens so we have tokens created, tokens claimed. So maybe we'll do that as, yeah, so we'll make sure we have tokens created and tokens claimed. So let's see if we can just bring those up into the middle here, because these would be at play after we do the ad rooms and all that, and then we start to do topic suggestions. Okay, so because we want to limit the amount of topics that people want to suggest, maybe something reasonable like 5, let's make sure that that is part of this area here. So we're going to have, what we do in event modeling a lot of times is we move everything over to the right to make room for new features that we want, etc. So let's move that over. And that should be enough. And what do we call this new area? We will have authorization, I guess, for topics. Let's see this stuff being on the wrong level, so I'm just going to move that over. We do want to do this. Let's see if we can put this sessions voting schedule, sessions voting scheduling, and I guess this would be schedule view. So admins will always be able to maneuver things in this schedule. It'll be like a read-only view here for the participants. So this will be schedule. I just call it schedule, but we'll show that it's different depending on the role that you have. So that'll be kind of interesting to do that. So if this is our menu, I should have an easier way to mark these. Okay, text will be fine, I guess, for now. If this is our menu, kind of want it the same size-ish. Maybe not. Doesn't matter if it's the same size or not. But we do want it to kind of line up. Why is it? The grid snapping is kind of odd. Why is it? I guess, oh, because there's a border. Okay, that's fine. We'll do it this way to this and have it the same size. Okay, they look the same. Setup sessions voting. Okay, so okay, if that's our menu, we can show which one is currently set up by maybe doing a light pink. Apply. Oh, that's horrible. Let's not do that. Let's put the background I've done this before, and I think with a background it looks better to show which one we're doing. So background, it's very odd. So background, will that work? Yes. Okay. So we'll be doing that when we're in the setup section. Then when we're maintaining the sessions, we're going to go back to background color, transparent, apply. Okay, and then when we're in our sessions area, we'll just highlight that. Let's copy this as a master one, and then copy and paste. And then we'll have this one where we're in our sessions area. Background color, this pink, apply, and then copy this. And then we're looking at the voting. So we'll be looking at this. And we'll do that as the pink area, apply. And then we'll copy this, and then we'll get this guy out of the way. Here we're going to have the schedule highlighted when we're on the schedule page. Okay, so the navigation's kind of by example. We'll be easily able to see all of these. And yeah, so that is that. So now this one, so yeah, we can see as we go through each area, we are going through to each one of these. Should be good enough for now. And remove this one. And now here we can do the same for the areas that we see. Okay, let's copy this actually, control copy, 3 of these. And here we're going to be again on the sessions part. So do that with background color of this pink. Here we're going to do this as pink as well. Okay, so we can get rid of that now, and we have our session. So the setup goes over, shoot, why does this not scroll to the left? Very annoying. If I have this on, will this scroll to the left now? Yes, okay. Very odd, that doesn't sense. Topic suggestion. So this is voting. This is for the participant. No, this is, it's got the setup. So no, it's for the main thing. So what we're going to have to do is, this is not going to be as clean as I thought, but let's get a little more room. And then of course here, this is just text at the top. And we might add a more granular way of doing this, but for now, I think that's good enough. I think people just have to, when they click on the setup, it's going to go back in here and say that you're on setup. So let's do that. Place that. Oh, wait a second. I think I might have okay. Control Z that guy. Move this here. Same thing here. Let's move that down. Move that up. Paste. That's pasting back there, so that's fine. Move this. Okay. Same thing with this. Still part of setup. That's that. And yeah, if you are on Twitch, or if you're on YouTube. Oh, Pilot Bob, thank you. Thank you. There's a PR to fix the time slot adding bugs. Okay, I'm not sure what the bugs were. Oh, I see. I think I talked about them having overlaps and things like that. So, okay, there should be, if Pilot Bob did some more stuff to improve the work, yeah, we should be able to see more tests as well. So we'll merge that pull request after we do this and see how we are with those bugs that we saw last time. So again, Pilot Bob, thank you. Lots of people contributing to this. So I'm pleasantly surprised that people are happy to collaborate. So that's wonderful. Thank you again. What a great community we have. People just helping out with these things. Great to see. So let's see. Yeah, a little tedious. I know you can probably do these things way quicker in like something like Figma, but you know, we want this to be something that's accessible to everyone, and some of this tediousness will go away as we automate a lot of this stuff over the next little bit. We'll figure out how to do all that together. And yeah, but this is really an opportunity for you to ask questions as well. So if you are on YouTube or Twitter or Twitch, or you're on the Discord server, there is a stream chat on the Discord. So please make sure you're on that channel if you want your chat to appear here. Anyway, yeah. So if you have questions about event modeling or event sourcing, let me, you can paste them here, type them here, and I'll try and answer them using this example, maybe this project as an example, a lot of the scenarios. Okay, so I think that's it for the setup. Right, and topic suggestion. And so voting for topics is going to be here. Oh, current sessions. Okay, so we have current sessions part, which is this one here. That's going to have to go. Whoop. So that menu's done. So now we just need this menu for the admin. So that's where it'll go. Again, we'll do the same thing. Move that up. Move that writing down a bit. I think that's right. Is that the spacing that we had? Is there a little more space? I had a little more space. I think we just need to move this stuff down a bit. And then that should be good. Okay, so that's that. Paste this here. Do the same up here. Move these down. And yeah, so if you want your commit number to jump up, feel free to add more things to our project here. Should be get your commit count up. Okay, that's good. So have a bit of a dynamic sizing here. So that's not set up. Oops, I copied the wrong one. Paste here. Oh, why is that? I want this one to be copied. Control copy. Paste here. Yeah, that's good. I don't know. I think I copied wrong. Okay, let's put this one. Oops. And sometimes it grabs those edges if you're not zoomed in enough. Okay, there we go. So that's that menu item added. And then for voting, we haven't implemented yet any of this, but we'll definitely park this here. That's the menu that's going to be here. And then of course for scheduling, we're going to need to, oops, didn't want that one. This definitely will be here for the schedule creation. Let's actually add that here. I don't know if this is actually correct, but certainly want something as nice as this. I'll move that a bit, make that a bit bigger. We definitely also need to figure out the days. If there's multiple days, what we're going to do about that. So there's some timeline things that we want to take care of. So that's going to be, okay, there's going to be two things here. So this is the schedule creation. So we're going to have to figure out how this looks a little bit more. But in terms of viewing the schedule, this is going to be something that is at the end of this workflow. Oops, I don't want that arrow to move. That's another annoying thing about this. Okay, there we go. So at some point, the schedule is going to be viewed by the participants. We'll have that here. And it is going to have not that menu. So I'll get rid of that menu. That's going to have the menu for our participants here with the schedule. So actually, I just can move it over. Put that here and arrange. Okay, so that's kind of what the participants will look at, but I think we need to think about how this scheduling is going to happen here. We're going to have a list of topics, probably, let's see, let's make it kind of drag and drop, and then see if we can, yeah, we'll have an event that really is kind of heavy, because it'll just say this is what the arrangement is. See how that works. Later on, we can break it up into finer events, but I think when you're starting, it's okay to do that. So let's get rid of some of this stuff, and let's give an example of, okay, so generate event model. Let's try a few others here. So let's say, for example, at this stage we have legacy code with EM, and we're just gonna put that as Sebastian. We'll backfill some of this if we need, in terms of being to make a data like information complete. That should be easy to do. We'll just copy a whole bunch of participation things. I just don't want to add too many users, so let's just say there's 3 for now, and it'll be Alexander. That suggests let's say AI use in EM. Okay, so that's kind of where we want to end up with if we have 4 topics. But how do we get there? So let's move this to the right and work backwards. So obviously we end up with that schedule, and if this is what people will see, then we should be able just to get rid of this, and then if we end up with this, then we copy that and paste here. I'm pasting outside, and the Control V puts the schedule, puts whatever you're pasting close to where you copied from. So yeah, right click paste here works good for that. Anyway, hopefully this is making sense to people. We have this aligned. This has to be a little bit higher. Let's move that up a bit. Okay, that's good. And so then we really want to work backwards through this. So we kind of say that we have maybe an edit button, and if nothing's scheduled by default, we kind of start there. But okay, so let's add a button. Where do we have another button to copy from? So this suggests another will be fine. A button. And just call it edit. And kind of how we got here was just before this, working backwards. Paste here. Okay, so just before that, it was a save because we were editing. And maybe we'll have an indicator here. Maybe just call it editing. And we'll say drag and drop topics. How's that? So that's how we got there, and we're in edit mode and we're kind of done with it. So what did we do beforehand? Is we were in edit mode, Control, copy, Control V, move that over, and we'll show that, aha, so topics, I have to have a topic area. So we'll do that. And I guess we put this last one in from the topics area. And then of course beforehand we had same thing almost. And here also we still had the topics, but it was empty. But we'll show a scenario later when there's more things. So topic, I think that's what we did. Yeah, topics. So they're all done. And so just before this one, oh, we need more room as always. So again, we just highlight everything we want. Actually, it's not going to be as easy to do. Oops, Control Z, Z, Z. Yeah, wait a second. I think I'm okay. Control Z. Yeah, this was fine. I think I just, okay, so that's this. And so, okay, so the previous step would be again, just, you know, maybe we don't place this one. This one's in the backlog. Now we do need some more room. So generally event models kind of go quite wide. Hold down shift to keep the alignment horizontal. We kind of want this to be back here. Hold down shift to keep alignment. Then we actually just want to expand this arrow and just give some more room. I think we'll need a few more screens to just give ourselves a lot more room here. And yeah, we'll need the previous step to this. Control copy, control or paste to do that. And here, of course, we're moving this one, and then here we are at the very beginning where we're moving this one, and I think we also ran out of space, but okay, cool. So that's going to be kind of neat to schedule this, create this schedule creation. So I think when we go to schedule, I think that's the default. We're going to be in edit mode because we don't have a save. We can always hit an edit mode to go back and drag things around. So, you know, maybe we do want to show a couple more steps here where we can hit the edit button and go back into the edit mode. Now here's a question. You know, this is meant to be something that posts and gets the pages. So if we're in edit mode, you know, this is kind of more, it looks more like single page application, but let's do it with posts and gets when you drag and drop stuff. Actually, it's not just gonna keep things on the client only. It'll actually do the full circle. So as to not really complicate the UI, we'll keep with our regular theme. So maybe let's say that people want to make let's say they're going to hit the edit button and they're going to want to control copy. They're going to want to have a longer lunch, and they're going to move one of the sessions to be in parallel so that they can have a longer afternoon, because let's say it's sunny and they want to just discuss stuff out at a patio somewhere, which is a lot easier. So let's copy that and paste it here. And here they drag and drop, let's say this one here, so they can do this in parallel, and then they save, and then yeah, so then they save this. So it would really be in this scenario, it would be this page, but with the schedule looking different. Oops, I did Control V. All right, let's just move it over. And in here, we would have this here and edit, and then this would also reflect that change, which would be here. Okay, so that's our crazy little schedule. We noticed that actually we could probably show the old one in between, that the participants actually, they are looking at it, they will see at this point in time when this was saved, it's kind of published. Yeah, maybe we don't need a save button. It's kind of complicating things, isn't it? These guys can just drag things around. Yeah, let's not complicate it. Let's get rid of these save buttons. I'll just say that admins always can drag this around. So let's get rid of the button. This will make these screens smaller. So see how much work this saves by going through and thinking about your design before actually starting to implement and code. Yeah, way easier. And we have some redundant screens now here because we certainly don't need anything at the end here for edit mode. All of that goes away. All right, we can just have that text. Oh, but we need the topics. So we need the topics. That's good. And copy that text. Copy that text. Delete these buttons. Shrink this stuff. Shrink this stuff. Okay. And delete that. Shrink this. Shrink this. And shrink this. Okay, so that gives us a little more real estate because these screens are smaller. So I'm going to start to move them over. Trying to hold down shift so I keep the alignment as best as I can, and then shift select to unselect the last one, and then click and drag with the shift to move them over. Unselect with shift, and then click and drag and shift to keep it aligned. Shift, click, drag to unselect. Drag and shift. There we go. It's actually faster than I thought. Oops, I don't need to do that. There we go. That's good. Let's unselect that guy and then move this over. Actually, I want to go higher. There we go. Okay, so we also actually don't need a lot. So we're just moving stuff around, and that's that. And then we actually don't need this. Actually, we don't need these extra 2 steps here. And let's move this over. There we go. And of course, we need the text. So text is correct here. Control copy, Control V, Control V. And yeah, so that should be it. Yeah, so there's definitely a difference in terms of what the users see and what the let's just give an example that if things aren't scheduled yet, that they see the empty frame. So just copy that and paste it here. And so when a user is seeing, Control Z, Control Z, Control Z. When a user is seeing this, they don't have anything, right? So they don't see the list of potential topics. They can see them in the voting screen, but they don't see them here, that they're not scheduled yet. We might change that. I mean, there's really no reason why they might not. but let's keep it this way. Let's just assume that if they want to look at the outstanding topics there, if they refresh stuff, they'll see that the organizers are placing things, and maybe they can call out from across the room that, hey, don't schedule that thing next to this one. I want to see both, or whatever. So I think that'll be good. So that's kind of the top part here, and I'm guessing as people drag things over, so I've never had to model drag and drop, but I'm guessing we would have, how do we show it? Let's just highlight it in blue and just call drag, because I don't want to add a third one to show the, because I would show that, okay, I'm dragging this from here to here, and then as a result I also get that. So maybe I can do a drop by, let's do that, control copy, paste that, and let's make it, how about we make it in style, we can make it opaque. Let's get the layers out of the way. So where's the style here? Property, oh, opacity. Okay, so let's get this down to something small like that, and then also 30% should be good, and the text also, I think it has opacity. Yes, it does. So get that down to 30%. And then let's see if there's a good arrow that can be drawn that's kind of a nice, with a symbol. Oh, with 3 labels. Drag, drop. Oh, 2 labels. Connector. Oh, okay, let's try this. I'll first click on this one, and then I'll do this connector. And zoom in to see this. Okay, well, the color's really bad, but then let's see what happens when style, connector, entity relation, curved. Do we want curved? I think so. That's a connection. Rounded, line, rounded, curved. I think that's the ends. So that's fine. I don't care about that. Straight, orthogonal, simple, simple, isometric. Interesting. Okay. That's for 3D stuff. There's curved and entity relation. I wonder if entity relation is good for joining stuff. I kind of did it a different way, so maybe entity relation will look better for the other arrows. But let's try this curved for now. Oh, okay, that's really nice. Okay, so that's really cool. So we can do that. Can I get rid of this extra one? Okay, I don't like the way this is behaving. Let's try again with label. Okay, if I put that here, and then I connect this here. Oh. Can I get this to be curved? Okay, and now if I drag this to here, and I drag this to here, why is it adding extra things? Really annoying. I want this to be, okay, and then this to be up here. And then, can I get rid of edit link? Okay, I don't want that. Oh, thanks. Maybe an edit button for each session rather than a single one. Yeah, so I didn't see your note there. I should be paying more attention to your comments, but yeah, I hope you see that this drag and drop thing might actually be worthwhile. I hope it's worthwhile. Okay, this seems to work. If I just drag this over, it seems to simplify things. I actually want it to be attached to this and this over here, and then do this and this. Okay, I think we have it. Ah, okay, good. So, and the label can be drag and drop. There we go. Really, I'm not sure why this is getting this text. My goodness. Quite the text. Let's make sure the background's transparent. And the front is black. And why is my background still? Background color, nothing. White? None? Apply? Why is none not taking effect? Ah, annoying. Okay. Let's try just white. Okay, that sort of works. The arrow's totally the wrong color. We want that to be that dark gray. Apply. And maybe the style we want dotted. Oops. What was I on here? So this style of dotted. Okay, so drag and drop. So that's kind of what we do. And maybe we want the background color actually to be text. The background color, I actually want it to be blue because it's an action. Which blue did we use for our regular ones? This guy? That's kind of dark. What do we do? Where do we have our blue stuff? Here. I want that. Okay. Okay, so drag and drop, and now we can basically say session scheduled for. It could make it a really nice experience with the drag and drop on the server side, just on the client side. But we're gonna try and start in a simple manner where they can drop to any of these grids. Okay, let's see. So we'll need a command and all this typical scenario. Let's copy that. And maybe we need to give ourselves some more room. I kind of, this guy is kind of in the way, but that's okay. It's important to show that they see nothing yet. Maybe we'll show that over here. That's good enough. Okay, and so let's paste here. That goes here. This is going to be schedule session, and it's going to be topic. Let's use our topics as our IDs. So it's going to be AI use in EM. And it's going to go into slot. So time is going to be slot 1, and then time and place, right? Place is going to be room 1. Okay, So room 1. And then we can copy all this text and change it into an event. And it's going to be session scheduled. And here we're going to have schedule. And that is going to be days, right? So, okay, so let's get rid of, that's going to be day. It's going to be 1. And then we're going to have day 1, we're going to have just a list, I guess. I don't kind of want to be opinionated whether it's columns or maybe we do it by room, right? So because we know they're going to be day 1, room 1, day 1, track. Let's just call it track. Or we have 2 tracks, right? So we'll have that. So here we'll have track 1, track room 1, call it room 1. Okay, and since we're naming things, I guess we do have to have stuff here. So that's the track name. Or, yeah. Space name, whatever. I think that's what it'll be called. We'll figure out better naming for this. The space name is that, and then we have the slots. And that's going to be, it's getting a little bit big. So I can get rid of all this other stuff here. Okay, 1. And what do we call this? This would be tracks, I guess, or spaces. Spaces. Okay, and that is so maybe, okay, so on drop post a command to schedule with site room, but don't refresh the screen. No, we will refresh the screen. So the minute you do a drag and drop, oh, maybe there has to be a button. You're right, because now it'll require JavaScript. Arg. Oh boy. I guess drag and drop is kind of dynamic anyway. I'm just not sure if regular post gets support drag and drop. So, like whether that's oil and water, kind of those things don't mix as well. Let's see. Let me think about this for a second. Maybe we'll have to come back to this tomorrow. Okay, so I got about 20 minutes left. So let's see how we can think about this. Okay, so room has slots, and those slots, let's just indent all this. So that's getting these spaces, which is space 1, and then there's going to be another space. Oops. Space name room 2. Yeah, so if you have suggestions of how to do this. So drag and drop shows the change, but if you want to have like a JavaScript free post get set of pages, is there anything in a form that makes a submit for you in the browser on a drag and drop action? I don't know. I've never done that before. So I guess we'll be testing this out. Hopefully there's something native. Yeah, I don't think so either. So we're just gonna have to bite the bullet, and if JavaScript is disabled, we'll have an alternate display and buttons added. So it could be like move here or swap with this. So we might just superimpose some buttons that take some actions. Yeah. Oh, fun. I know. Yeah. It's not. I don't think it'll be that bad, but it'll be an interesting problem because, yeah, like what if you want to take care of something that's, maybe have another interface altogether, where there's just a drop down whenever there's a bunch of drop downs for all the existing sessions or something that are outstanding, and you just, each of the drop downs, you pick the session you want in there, and then you hit save as a form. It's ugly, but it'll do the job, right? It's for that small percentage of people that have JavaScript not enabled. They can still go and tab through Alt down arrow or whatever to select the session for each slot, and then hit save, and then just do it in one bulk action. But when I'm thinking of scheduling this stuff, I really like the idea of having a drag and drop. Oh, what if I put this here and put this here, and I can see them being depleted on the left hand side. So that'll be fun, right? I think like this implementation will be fun to do. We'll do it tomorrow, unless someone does a PR and does it before me again. So I don't seem to be getting much time to code. Everyone's like, yeah, that's a great spec. Let's just implement. So anyway. So slots topic, we'll do AI use in EM. I don't know. I find this stuff fun. Designing systems, coding them. So I don't know. And I'm guessing we just do empty spaces. I don't want to use null because that's kind of opinionated to the thing you use. So if there's nothing, we still want to show that there's like 4 slots here. You'd be, I don't know. I mean, what if you're on like I don't know. Some people just don't want to run JavaScript. I don't know. But it'll be, maybe some people don't like drag and drop. Let's just say that. Let's say they're used to an interface that has drop downs in each of the spaces, and they want to do that. They want to, maybe they're like keyboard people. They just want to, alt tab over. But also accessibility. Maybe like for the blind or others, drag and drop is not as easy to navigate. And so they would rather have kind of a form to fill out. Let's be a little bit more inclusive, maybe. Who knows? I certainly have bad eyesight, and I fear one day I'll probably need that. So, yeah. Let's see. So slots are those for that. That's kind of wrong. What am I doing? That's not this. So topic. That's that. I kind of, do I need to have, I guess the schedule needs to have something. So spaces are there. There's a room name and all that. I need the slot times. So day 1, I guess the schedule. I guess it should have days. Come on, why can't I type? This microphone's in the way. That's why. Days. So that'll be days, which will have that. But before that, we will have time slots. So I don't have to repeat them here, I guess. This is kind of... So yeah, I guess each session could have a drop down that lists available sessions, and so each session could have a drop down where you could do it either or, right? You could have the grid with drop downs in each one when it's empty, and you pick the sessions, and then hit submit, or you do it vice versa. You list all those things. Yeah, but that might be a little bit harder because I think the latter might be easier. Anyway, we'll see. We can have both, and it'll be kind of a fun thing to see, because so far I think we could really run this thing without JavaScript. As far as I know, there's nothing really dynamic, and this would be the first thing that really requires JavaScript. So it would be fun to see, like, maybe the first JavaScript that runs is to show the nice interactive div and hides the default one. But if you have JavaScript turned off, it shows that nasty one with the drop downs. So that'd be kind of neat. So that means we'll have to support, 2 sets of events. One's where you're moving sessions manually, and there's a bit of code there to maybe move something down. Maybe our business rule is that if you place something on top of another session and there's room below, it'll bump everything down if there's space. So we could make it a little bit more intelligent, so that doing drag and drop like that would be... that's what I'm thinking. But so they could be. I mean, we could have a mass, like a whole bunch of events if you do like the mass saving thing, right? Where you just do the drop downs and hit save. But the problem is, you're trying to now interpret the form as having to, behind the scenes, send all these individual commands to schedule each session, which seems kind of tedious. So yeah, this is another thing about, like, do you support kind of a unified model on the back, because the model in your mind is like, this is a schedule and it should always be done this one way? Or if you're supporting 2 different ways of working, should you not support different events, as through one event data comes in bulk, and it is kind of a statement of fact that you did bulk schedule all these things, and that you do also support this other workflow where you're dragging and dropping bit by bit, and you want to show that granularity of picking those. So I don't think so. There is no wrong answer. There's just guidelines, and the guideline here is that while it would be nice just to have the same, just a uniform set of commands and events, but because the user experience actually shows something different, maybe it's better to be true to what the usability of the thing is, so that someone that's coming at it from the data side might say, hey, you're repeating this stuff. You have like a bulk action, which should just be a whole bunch of these granular events. Don't introduce another one. Your argument could be that actually I do want both, because these are different intentions that are captured by the system. And more importantly, it's, if you talk to a business person, it's capturing 2 different business capabilities. I offer the capability to edit in bulk, and I offer the capability to piecemeal move things around and refine. So it's a great question. Pilot Bob asked that on the chat, and actually I'm not sure if the chat is showing up today. I don't know if I have to refresh this chat stream thing here, but let's try. Yeah, the chat shows up. So not sure if the other ones showed up. Anyway. Oh yeah, now it's showing up. I see my chats on this chats hit the screen at least. Yeah, they do. They fade away after. I think I got them hanging around for 40 seconds or so. So they don't sit there forever. I guess if this becomes really popular and people are chatting all the time, it'll be a problem. We'll have to find real estate for the chat. But for now, it disappears after a bit. Yeah, so we'll see what happens. Let's just try this weird way of doing it, with the JavaScript. This is the first time we're going to have like dynamic stuff on the client side. And but we will have a bulk version. So I might add another user here that has a different view. It'll be interesting because then, what happens if someone does this halfway in the dynamic thing, and then the other admin that's using this is using the bulk editor. So it should probably accommodate both. If there's already state in the system about having things in a certain place, then oh yeah, I didn't do the oh yeah, right. Okay, so let's park this for now. We kind of got an idea of what we want. I'll finish this tomorrow. Let's get the PR in. You're right. Let's do that. We haven't added a lot of code, so GitHub PR list. Come on. There we go. Overlapping time violates test. Okay, cool. So pull request, GitHub pull request, merge 11. Create a merge commit, submit. Get. Let's. I'm gonna have to friggin' merge this too. I should have done that. Okay, so now I changed upstream and I have these things. Let's park this. Git stash. All the stuff here. And then git pull. So that'll get your stuff in. And then git stash pop. Poor man's rebase, right? Changes not staged for commit. How come I didn't? Did I change something? Is this all the stuff I did? Okay, well that's okay. I guess if it's here. Oh, right. I know why. Schedule organization. Okay, schedule organization. Requirements. Started. I wonder if that actually screwed up this, because I think you added some stuff probably. Oh no, maybe you did. Maybe you just fixed the bugs. So I did see the PR. I just merged it. Let's see, node run tests. Oh, not overlap, and they're passing. Wonderful. That's great. Let's see your tests. Let's see how beautiful your tests are. Run tests. Have some slices. Okay, that's the naming. Not that one. Add time slot. Okay. Duplicate time slots. Time should not allow overlap in that. Handle equal Error. Okay, cool. So you got an error now. Overlaps. So handle add time slot CD. Cannot start or end at the same time for now. Okay, that's cool. And time slot can do existing time slot. Existing slot times. Okay, I think that's the old one. And then we have some, yeah. So now we're looking at this. Looks good. Let's see the implementation, right? Handle time slot CD. Go to definition. Oh, look at that. Pretty small amount of code for all that. It's pretty good. Okay, I like it. Let's see. I don't know if that code allows for rooms yet, since they don't exist. Yeah, so time slots kind of is independent of rooms, because it's just when you're gonna ring the bell to change sessions. So I think it just means time slots, not the actual mix of the two, I think. Maybe I don't understand what you're saying, but anyway. So yeah, I think it should be fine. And so we have, how come that pops up whenever I float over to see who wrote something? Manuel Ortega, Bob Archer, Pilot Bob, 3 hours ago. Thanks. That's awesome. So this is all your code here. Oh, I see. If I float over that, this tells you the commit. So thank you. That's wonderful. Yeah, so let's do I have it running? Yeah, I should stop it and run it again and then see how we do. Popped up on the wrong screen here. Let me drag that off here. And just pop it into the top right here. I'm gonna have to go real soon, but yeah, I gotta go after this. But this seems to work. Oh, what is that? I don't want that. 3. That name, continue. Sure. Set date range. So it still works. This stupid bug is still here. Okay, Atom. Facilitation talk. Some test stuff. Submit. Okay, current sessions. Yes. And so just another topic. But now we have a different and time slots, right? Oh, I have a tab. It doesn't matter. Time slots. Okay, so we have that. And if I now, okay, so I have some stuff. So if I try to make a time slot for 14 or yeah, 14:30 and to end at 15:30, and that will be slot 6. Add time slot. Ooh, nice. Beautiful. I have to go back. I have to change it to 15 and 16. Oh, that's odd. I wonder if there's like an equal or greater problem here. Why is it not allowing me to do that? Did I make a mistake? 15, 16? Okay, because this one ends on 15. So this should work. And if I make a test to show that failing. So let's do that. And then maybe I'll throw that back into your court. Cannot overlap. Okay, so I'll copy this and just adjust your data to see if we get a Control V. Time slot should not overlap time slots, but can share end and start time. So we have that to 10 to 30, and then handle. So that's a command. And handle this test events. Where do we have test events? Test events, test events, test events. Time slot added 9:30. Okay, so I have 9:30 as the end time. 9:30, 9:15. So 9:30 shouldn't fail. So the error should be nothing. So we should create a time slotted event. Okay, so we could just copy this. Wow, where's that? Yeah, here. And so we want this command. We don't have expected. So the expected that would be something like that. And that's gonna be tab. It should 9:30, 10:30 slot 1, right? Okay, good. So it's doing that. And so it's not gonna do any of those things. So this should fail. That's Control C, node app, tests, run tests. Aha. Good. So we have a failure. So time slot should not allow overlap other time slots, but can share end and start time. Okay. So we have a failing test. Let's take a look at the logic and make sure that we can change it for that issue. So handle time slot. So time slot already exists, cannot overlap. Okay, so time to go. So I'll push this up. Failing test. Pilot Bob, you can fix it. Give me a PR. Thanks again for this. I gotta run. I got stuff to do. So git add a, get status. Oops. Get status. And we got that, and we got the draw IO. I don't know if I want to put that at the same one. So git restore stage that, git commit failing test added to show that start and end times can be the same. Git push. I don't know what my drawings have in there, but git add a git commit updated git push. Okay, so that's all there. No, don't worry about it. I was just kidding. I can also fix it. It should be, really nice example of how someone else can fix an issue in a slice. But anyway, if you feel like it, fine. You don't have to. I know it's late where you are probably. So anyway, thanks everyone for joining today, and we'll continue on tomorrow. This was a lot of fun. Got into some code. Thank you, Pilot Bob, for the PR. So we had Manuel Ortega do some PRs, and now we have Pilot Bob doing some PRs. It's a super simple project, so I really want people to understand event sourcing and event modeling at this simple level. So we're trying not to add much complication. Everything that you see on that event model is going to be the code easy to find where the implementation for this stuff is. And yeah, so hopefully you learned something, and maybe you have questions. Again, join the Discord group, the server, our Discord server. We have chats there. So that's on the event modeling website under the resources page. Big Discord button to join that. Join me on Twitch as well, YouTube, and LinkedIn and Twitter for joining this. But I think the chat is pretty good only from Twitch, YouTube, and I don't know. I'm not sure. Discord, of course. I integrated Discord, just the chat. Obviously, no video on there. So if you're on Discord and you want to just type something in that'll show up on this live stream, go ahead, use Discord, and I'll try and answer